Absolutely outstanding up on the Central Coast. He was disappointed with his Origin performance, one of the absolute superstars of the game. A couple of tries and a try assist, 176 running metres. James Tedesco, what a player. And tonight at home, the captain of this side and one of the great captains in our game, one of the great leaders, a chance to really step his authority again tonight ahead of Game 2 at Suncorp.
And we think Luke Keary is going to do the goal kicking. He last kicked in 2014 in New South Wales Cup. Sandon Smith on the bench. So I guess once Smith comes on, he's a far more recognised kicker. He'll do the honours. Off we go. The third game of Super Saturday, and it's Penrith receiving, and Dylan Edwards bringing it back and already over the 20-metre line. So Penrith 8-4, Roosters 6-6. They do seem worlds apart, but only 2 wins separate them. James Fisher-Harris working it up here as Mitch Kenny feeding it on. The Panthers with that man Sorensen re-signing this week. He'll be at the club until 2026. Look at Luai skipping down the edge and linking up with Tungor close to the sideline. But this is an imposing opening set from the visitors as they easily cross halfway. Comes to Yo, and he just goes up the middle. 48-4 a few weeks ago. And now Cogger. He did a fine job last week filling in for 63 minutes. And Daniel Tupou back for the first time since Anzac Day, and he's got nowhere to go there.
Yeah, great start from the Panthers. It all started with the run off the kick-off from Dylan Edwards. Found his way straight through the middle of the kick chase line of the Roosters, and then a really nice left-hand side raid from Jerome Luai midway through the set, pinching 20 metres. Great start from the Premiers.
This man impressive last week, Junior Palga. He was really busy rolling his sleeves up and getting a try as well. While Rhea Hargreaves, just 37 metres the last time these two sides he made when they met us. Collins, that's a strong run. Good contact from Martin starting tonight. On the last, Keary. Just kicking it straight down the throat of Sania Taruva. And Penrith, a solid start for them in decent field position here as we say hello to the very busy Matt Russell. He was at Cogra earlier. Now he's here at the Footy Stadium, and Penrith about to go on the attack.
Good evening, Dan. Good evening, Michael. And it's a good evening for Penrith to make their first trip to the revamped Allianz. Mild, dry still, poor excuse for winter indeed. Quickly, team news. Billy Smith, Zach Hosking ruled out only with minor niggles. Nothing serious for either of them. Earlier tonight, men, we saw Queensland's Walsh and Ponga go at it. Tonight, New South Wales best fullback, Tedesco and Edwards. Sometimes you feel spoilt on Fox League, don't you? And tonight is one of those occasions.
What a day it's been. That game at Cogra was extraordinary in the finish. The crowd and then the South Sydney fight back when they looked dead and buried, but the Dragons hanging on. And then what we just saw at Suncorp. What a pass that was from Ezra Mann. But here we go. As now Leota carries it up 11 metres away. Penrith here, pressing already. Yo, getting it on. Cogger turns it inside. And Sorensen keeps it alive. Kenny now. Here's Yo, there's space. Yo, oh, he stumbles! Still gets there. Isaiah Yo makes his way to the line. And Penrith, awesome start from the Panthers.
Yeah, started with a barnstorming run from Moses Leota, who has been an absolute warhorse through the middle again this year, and the footwork just majestical from the big ball playing number 13, Isaiah Yo. Just watch this, bang, just straight through the teeth, straight over the top of Jake Turpin and Luke Keary. Found his way through the line, and then Yo, they find and change some angles here with Sorensen, who was outstanding only a number of weeks ago against the Roosters. Watch this, bang, just leaves Collins stuck in the seat, couldn't move the big fella. He had the concrete boots on. Big Lindsay Collins, and does he get there? He gets low and slippery.
Arms up, no one's on him.
No one's on him.
No one's on him.
Yeah, my word, he does.
Oh, that would have been one of the great butcherings of all time, but he's got there. The crowd doesn't agree that it's a try, but it is.
Gee, Lindsay Collins done all ends up with footwork there.
Oh, hang on. Who said it was a try? Who said it was a try?
Well,
can you review if Luke
let's just have a look at the boot of Isaiah Yo. Does he have hold of his boot here?
So What are we looking at here? We're looking at Keary.
Luke Keary has hold of Isaiah Yo's leg.
Yeah,
when the ball carrying arm
from
touches
that
the
angle,
ground.
obvious. What an escape.
Isaiah Yo then promotes the ball to reach the in goal.
What an escape for the
Have a
Roosters.
decision.
Gee, that's unlucky, isn't it? I mean,
If he
The
doesn't
rules are the
stumble,
rules.
if he doesn't stumble, he strolls over.
yeah,
So Roosters off the hook there.
big time.
There's the benefit of the bunker, because the one angle we were looking at, it looked like a try, but there you see clear evidence that Keary saved it. And the Roosters, that's an almighty scare early. It's Turpin once again starting, 4th straight week the starting dummy half. Just up off the face of Maria Hargreaves. Liam Martin all over him, so is Moses Leota.
Well, if you came here and you're thinking that Liam Martin was somewhat going to save himself for Origin 2, then you're kidding yourself. He has launched himself a number of times early, threw everything he had at Collins in the opening set of the night, shoved his left shoulder right into the chest of Collins this time. Aggressive, manhandling the big bull, the leader of the pack.
Oh,
Look at this, Liam Martin.
You suggested he was going to hold himself back.
I don't think he knows how to.
He'd be the uncle on Christmas Day that he'd be hitting the 6-year-olds over the fence for 6. There's Penrith gifted another opportunity. So they picked up from where they left off at Penrith a few weeks ago when these two sides clashed. Cogger for Luai, now Tungor, second game back. Missed a month with that pec injury. Penrith, they've won 12 of their last 15 when Cleary's been unavailable. And that's a strong run from James Fisher-Harris over the 20. Midway through this set, Yo for Cogger. Cogger back on the inside for Liam Martin. First time starting since his return. There's Kenny now for Yo. Yo for Cogger. Here's Luai. The pass for Sorensen, but well read by Turpin. That was a tackle that had to be made. Last now, as Luai jumps in a dummy half. Cogger, a little bit of pressure. Puts it up, and down it comes, and that's a very important take from Drew Hutchison.
Yeah, great take there from Hutchison up above his head. He's been so reliable, hasn't he, for the Roosters, and came up with a very important take there.
They're under siege, the Roosters.
Yeah, just watching the attack of the Panthers, plenty of change of direction. Down at ground level, grass very thin and slippery, and plenty of change of direction early from the Panthers' attack.
Warrior Hargreaves, they go after him every time these two sides clash. They make it their mission to nullify Warrior Hargreaves, and a good start from the Panthers in that regard here. This is the NRL's #1 tackler, Matt Butcher, and with the ball. This is not going according to plan. Corey Allen putting up a bomb that at least is going to be allowed to bounce, and well, it gave Keary a sniff, but no panic from To'o, and yet again Penrith starter has set in pretty good field position. Sunir Taruva, one of the safest wingers in the game, the statistics show. There's a hit up here, and now Stephen Crichton. Penrith looking for their 5th straight win. They haven't lost a game this year when it's been dry. There's Martin, well handled here. Now back to the open side. Yo. He's probably still thinking about how he didn't score earlier. So it comes to Luai here on the last. And Sorensen coming through with Taruva, but no problem for Pauga. But Pauga has nowhere to go.
Yeah, great set from Penrith. This is what they do so well. They just throw the blanket over you and suffocate you.
Oh, there's a shot.
Mitch Kenny just flying out of the line on Corey Allen. Whack.
He was bent back there, Allen, and he's not a small player. Oof. Now, Roosters rolling down the middle here. Tedesco. So they're making some noise, the Roosters fans here. Keary from inside the 40. As To'o comes infield.
At the moment, we're almost 8 minutes into the game, and the Roosters just 2 tackles over the halfway line. Penrith doing a great job just to suffocate them from having any sort of field position, just controlling territory. Beautiful.
So with that late change, no Zach Hosking, Martin starting, Sonny Luke to come off the bench. So he'll certainly bring some energy when he enters the game. Dungo. Tupanua out there along with Manu. Kenny. Back infield for Yo. Leota. Oh, 6 more tackles. Late in the count too. That's a killer. As Kenny tosses it to Fisher Harris, and now Sorensen. Career best game when these sides met a month ago. And cops one there. Fisher Harris. Almost to the 10. Penrith, they keep knocking on the door here. As Yo dumps it off. Oh, Leota straight through Egan Butcher. Strong run. 2 tackles left. Pogger for Luai. Tungo! Oh, he thought he had a chance there. Tupanua and Turpin combined. Last tackle, Kenny. Now that has been dropped. It's been dropped by the Roosters.
Just watching this Roosters defensive line, and it's Tedesco that's putting himself in the front line. This is the Leota hit. Oof, just bumped off Egan Butcher. Has had a great start, Moses Leota. But the reason for all the change of direction from the Panthers is that Tedesco is chasing so hard wherever the ball is going that there is plenty of space back on the inside, and they are testing the Roosters here with everything.
But they haven't scored yet. Should have, but haven't. That's Leota there. Dropped on the 40. 91% of the ball has been in this half of the field. As Fisher Harris hits it up for the 4th time. Now Liam Martin, full of running. Almost to the 20 now. Edwards was lurking on the short side. Yo, the open side. Just happy to toss it back here for Fisher Harris as they just continue to work the Roosters over. They're so patient. Now it comes out here to Sorensen. 6 more tackles. As it comes away here to Luai. And now he gets it on. Crichton with a 2-on-1. Tupou backpedals. Crichton on his own. Crichton scores. Crichton's in. It had to come. The Roosters couldn't hang on any longer. And Penrith, a dominant start.
Yeah, Steve Crichton thought he was tremendous in Adelaide, and I just got the feeling tonight when they marked Drew Hutchison up on him that athletically it's a complete mismatch. And you can just see Jerome Luai, watch the intensity and sharpness of his left foot step back. Bang, gets to the outside of a number of Roosters, and then Hutchison just caught infield. He was never going to have the speed to recover. Crichton comfortably on his outside. Good vision from Luai. And it was Crichton just getting on the outside of Hutchison, getting the footy down. They won't take this one off them. And the New South Wales centre, as tries confirmed, slams the ball down in the right hand. And it's been all Penrith.
So Stephen Crichton.
Just had that feeling, didn't you, Dan, that if they could just isolate Hutchison at all tonight with some space around him. The footwork and athleticism of Crichton. He can beat you on the outside, he can beat you on the inside, and he's so strong.
Well, yes, indeed, but you just cannot give Penrith 11 straight minutes of attacking ball and hold your line. And no team can do that. It's you almost credit the Roosters for hanging on as long as they did. Crichton now, 77% career. Pretty handy backup goal kicker, this man. 2 from 4 from the sideline this year, make it 2 from 5. But it's Penrith 4, Roosters 0.
Penrith on this great winning streak against the Roosters. They've taken their last 7 straight now. They've scored the first try in this matchup 5 straight games. As you look at the try again, this is the result of an explosive start by the Premiers across all facets of the game and leading that explosiveness. Moses Leota straight over the top of Jared Waerea-Hargreaves, straight over the top of Nat Butcher. 5 carries, 50 metres, 4 tackle busts in the first 10 minutes.
Awesome. It's been simply awesome. Steve Crichton, 3rd time this year he's been first try scorer.
the forward pack in general, all of them have been excellent, but no doubt Leota leading the way.
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah.
Might be making a case to start in a blue jersey. There's Leota. Maria Hargreaves there. Here is Mark. And well handled here. It's a brutal run. Sometimes these Panthers, they attack with their running, don't they? It's like they're trying to hurt the opposition. Yo. Pretty standard start for the Panthers. They've only tried at halftime twice this year. They usually get off to fast starts. Sorensen now down the middle. Cogger. Last week was his first NRL game since 2020 after a couple of years with the Huddersfield Giants.
Just looking at the amount of possession that the Panthers have been able to, sustain early on. They got through 9 of their opening 10 sets, and you can just see the Roosters physically really starting to gasp for air. Only just back behind the ball now as Pauga carries hard. The Roosters forward starting to feel the pinch.
Total domination with those stats there, Maria Hargreaves. With his 4th run, he's not shirking it.
6 to go, that'll help.
And help big time. First set restart. Tupanua in the middle now. Second game in a row with the 13 on his back. And Roosters with their first chance as Keary away for Egan Butcher. Opening up this right side. Keary barking instructions. Just happy to toss it here to Collins. Inside the 30 on tackle 3. Here's Tupanua. On it goes Keary. Nat Butcher, the front man. 6 more tackles. We're yet to see Tedesco. Now comes to Manu down the short side. Handled by Tangor and Leota. But this is a terrific chance for the Roosters to hit back. And now it's Keary. Here's Tedesco on the angle. Stopping and starting and not fooling the defence. Cogger there with Crichton. 10-metre line. Maria Hargreaves threatens to pass. Carries it himself. Turpin. Tedesco. Subtle grubber. Edwards, he'll try and get this back. He's got a chance, Edwards. Now Tupanua comes across. So does Tedesco. And now we have just a little momentum changer here.
Yeah, really nice work from the skipper. Stepping up down the left-hand side, getting the ball nice and wide off Turpin, off the inside of his left foot. Great skill from Tedesco. Well positioned, always well positioned. Dylan Edwards trying to get himself out of the in goal. Tedesco ran him down, and all of a sudden now just a little bit of possession starting to swing for the Roosters.
Yeah, this is a non-negotiable for the Roosters. Oh, Tangor takes a piece of James Tedesco, but the Roosters have it. That's the key.
I think that might have just taken a bit of wind out of the sails of Tedesco.
Yeah, he's back there just standing next to the ruck area. Totally legal from those angles. Quick ball movement. Hutchison, line baller, Tupou. No panic from Penrith. The pink wall is up already, as now it's Keary to Tupanua. Oh, Fisher Harris trying to put a shot on. Keary waiting. Keary receiving. Keary straightening. Handled. Kenny down low. Last tackle. So it won't be Keary that's kicking. Manu calling for it. Manu shapes the kick. Now Tedesco goes subtle this time, too subtle. Oh, Sorensen almost got away.
Yeah, really nice work there from the Panthers, holding up defensively. There's Taruva skipping across field.
And now trying to create here for Crichton, but just happy to take the tackle. So the try coming to Stephen Crichton. And this is Sunir Taruva. Could hardly have been more impressive in his first full year of first grade to this point. And now Crichton. There's the Brains Trust, Trent Robinson, Matt King, Jake Friend. This is Lindsay Smith. Another Penrith local junior. Now Cogger. From distance, you look at a Penrith number 7. He kind of does look like Cleary if you squint your eyes a bit. Now, here is Daniel Tupou.
He's been impressive, showing great composure early. Jack Cogger organising well, keeping the back line flowing, and he's come up with some nice end of sets as well.
Well, he's been around a while. Newcastle, Canterbury, and he's got a fair team around him. Here's Allen now. He's stopped and then loses the ball. Well, we were just going set for set there, but now the error comes from the Roosters.
Yeah, this hurts. They've done a great job as we see the Fox Ultra camera get us in close. Great vision that, and Corey Allen coming up with what could be a costly error. Just starting to wrestle back some momentum and possession, Dan. And
we pride the Fox Ultra on pretty pictures, but for the Roosters fans, that was pretty ugly. 40 metres out. Here's the Fox Ultra here tonight, exclusive to Fox League.
Yeah, hold it. Break.
There's now Penrith with good field position to start. Tungle playing it. Fisher Harris, tireless.
Yeah, just keeps going, doesn't he, with pure intent.
Kenny with Luai wanting it. Luai skipping. Now Sorensen. Gee, Sorensen's full of confidence, isn't he? As he's over the 10. And Penrith here with 3 tackles left. Martin ran the line there. Roosters had their hands up. Keary and Tedesco looking at the referee. Back it comes for Smith. Smith almost goes himself and gets there. Last tackle. Luai pulled in a cul-de-sac here. That's Egan Butcher in his face. Luai retreats. Edwards steadies. And that, Tupou deliberately let him catch it, and Tupou, in the end, makes the right decision, getting Tupou out before Tupou could keep it in.
Yeah, nice work from Edwards, just summed it up, chipped it over the top, was perfectly weighted, wasn't it? Over the top of Tupou, but he did well, the experience there. Plenty of patience, allowed To'o to catch it, buried him into touch as we see Angus Crichton now injected into the game for the Roosters.
Yeah, he's been coming off the bench since his Anzac Day return. They're hanging in there, the Roosters. There's Allen. Plays that one. Collins. Just his 3rd run.
Oh, he's been a great pickup, Scott Sorensen, hasn't he, for the Panthers?
Man, he's in his 30s now, but he's playing the best football of his career. Clearly. This is Manu. Runs it more than any other 5/8 or half in the competition when he's in that 5/8 role. There's the ball put up by Keary. No problem for To'o. And good chase there from the Roosters. Tupanua wanted to rip it out. So Sunia Turuva. So we've crossed the midway point of this first half. Edwards collected. That's still very much in Penrith's favour here. With Maria Hargreaves, 6 runs for 50 metres with his first stint. The kick from Luai. And it's going to stay in there. With Tedesco threatening to throw to Pauga. But not fallen for by Scott Sorensen.
No surprise the outside backs of Penrith really starting to chunk up some numbers, aren't they? And their late footwork in these conditions here. Plenty of dew on the ground, causing the middle forwards of the Roosters plenty of trouble through the middle.
It's a problem in Sydney when you have a nice warm afternoon and that temperature drops quickly. We do get these dewy conditions. Now Tedesco shot with Egan Butcher, stopped, dropped. Keary getting plenty of distance, kicking from inside his own territory. With Taruva. Oh, that was Crichton there. Saruva. Claiming he was collected high. Well, if he was, there's no action. So now To'o, as we look at the replay here, and
head clash.
Head clash indeed. As Crichton now works it up.
Oh, nice.
Fisher Harris passing at the line. Tungle, though, well contained. Back for Yo. Straight into Turpin. And Collins there as well. So, last tackle. As Cogger puts some distance on this. Turbo goes up. And again, the receiving player for the Roosters just has nowhere to go, nor does Hutchison.
Yeah, this is really smart from the Penrith Panthers, kicking towards Daniel Tupou and arriving there right as he catches the footy, knowing that the next carry is going to be Drew Hutchison. And they're getting forward and hunting him, going after him physically.
So Tilly Tupanua. He's played his career as an edge player, but now in the middle. Keary threatened to go inside to Tedesco. Hutchison with a little bit of space, but not for long. Keary wants to run, but Lindsay Smith all over him. Oh, ball fortuitously finds Tedesco. Oh, careful! Oh, that's well kept alive.
Oh,
that was Crichton to Manu. Now all of a sudden Allen. Here's Junior Pauga. He puts the kick in. Tedesco comes through. Tedesco! No, he couldn't get the bounce.
Hold on, Dad.
Now it's To'o bringing it back. What an exchange. All because the Roosters took some enormous gambles inside their own territory, and it almost came up. They almost came up with a phenomenal try.
Yeah, watch the flick pass. Oh, this was the kick back inside, but Tedesco had almost set up for him. Oh, it was unkind in the end for the Roosters skipper. What about the flick pass from Joey Martin? Yeah, good was it?
Crichton catching it under siege and getting it on. A lot to like about it. And Pauga's kick, it was pretty good too, just didn't get the bounce. Martin, he keeps it alive. Edwards is there, of course Edwards is there. And then doing well is Smith there, bobbling but recovering just in time. Well, we're just opening things up here at the football stadium. Here's Lua at the line. Sorensen keeps it going. Tungle, well contained. This is highly competitive stuff here. Lua running on the last, rolling it off the right foot, but Luke Keary's there. They've been under attack the whole game, but you can see there's a bit of desperation about the Roosters here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. That was great work from Keary. All right, put your seatbelt on. Here we go. Nathan Brown and Matt Lodge, two blokes that love to get in the thick of things, injected into the game for the Roosters.
Well, things are going to happen one way or the other, aren't they, when those two are involved? Oh, Matt Lodge puts it down. Here's Sorensen, 20 metres out. Penrith a chance. Oh, Spencer Leniu, a Tasmanian Devil. Well handled here with his first run. Now comes to Yo. On here to Lindsay Smith. Penrith now looking for their second. As Edwards back inside and they'd rushed up too quickly. The Roosters, they just keep giving Penrith these opportunities.
Set restart.
That just opens up another few tackles as Yo. Smith. Manu up quickly. So is Egan Butcher. But the patience of the Panthers is now Cogger. On it goes to Edwards. Here's Crichton. Comes to Hutchison. Hutchison, excellent one-on-one tackle. Less than 14 to go in the first half and just the one try. Leniu from a flat-footed start. And he's contained. Now it's Kenny to Cogger. Blue eye, the goose step. Didn't quite happen the way he was hoping. Tungle was on his inside last tackle. Roosters have held on well, but they have to hang on here. We've got collisions in back play as Hutchison comes down with it again. And the Roosters survive as Lindsay Collins comes off for the Roosters after his first stint.
Gee, I mean, we've seen a number of penalties given away for tackling the kicker late. That one, Nathan Brown, went awfully close to giving away a penalty with the tackle on Cogger. And now a penalty for the Roosters. He's carried the ball well, hasn't he, Junior Pauga, when he's had his opportunities.
They're hanging in. They are hanging in. 4-0. There's Cogger there. Conceding the penalty. 2 penalties to 1 now. Roosters have had a little bit of ball in Penrith territory. 15 tackles. It looks like they're going to get a little bit more here.
Tupanua off the field. He's done a really good job with his ball-playing skills, but this is one of the great strengths of Nathan Brown, who's come to the Roosters from Parramatta, as we see Hargreaves and Tupanua getting a spell, but the ball-playing of Brown might just unlock the Roosters' attack.
Now there's the good of Lodge, getting the underarm offload. Keary on the angle. And you know when this man gets it, he's going to look for second phase play. Here he's just happy to hit it up with his first run. 20-metre line in front of him. Crichton for Manu. Doesn't work there with Egan Butcher, so Manu goes himself. Brown. Crichton almost getting through, but in the end, Yo was always there. Last tackle. Keary, short side, chip kick. Pauga off Penrith hands, I believe.
Look at a knock-on off Junior as well.
Knock on Roosters. Knock on Roosters. So referee Adam G satisfied that came off Junior Pauga.
Well, not the tallest winger, Sunia Taruba, and a smart little kick there from Keary. Just unable to come down with it, Pauga.
And must have, because unless Junior is shy, I'm sure he would have asked for a challenge there from his captain. But Penrith with the extra tackle.
Be interesting to see how long Trent Robinson holds his nerve with this attack before he brings Sandon Smith into the action. Got to get Joey Manu back out to his preferred centre position.
So Luai sending it on. Sorensen. 11th run. What is it when he plays the Roosters? He's a magnet. Now it's Lindsay Smith. He's been impressive since coming into the game as Cogger. Oh, dishes off. Didn't look clean, but no problem. Lenu, 20 metres out.
Chance on the short side.
That's where they go. Cogger. Martin, was it high? Ball on the ground. Still the last. And now To'o is wrapped up. Can't get a clearing kick away, or can't put an attacking kick in. So
Cogger going short there to Liam Martin. Had he have been able to get it across the face of Martin to Stephen Crichton, they score, no doubt about it. They were shot to bits there, the Roosters on the left-hand side. Pauga again carrying hard.
There's Brown charging at them.
Junior Pauga in some real trouble, carrying a left arm here. He's in big trouble in back play.
Oh, jeez. Getting it on Tupou. Puts a foot on the touchline.
All right, well, Sandon Smith, he may be getting ejected in to this Roosters lineup, the boy from the Central Coast.
And is this where we see someone like perhaps Allen go to the wing?
Yeah.
Manu out to the centres and Smith to 5'8".
Oh, it's Kenny's left shoulder. It was Smith who hit him hard. Pinball like Kenny just jamming in hard.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it, just
nah,
bad result. Penrith yet again get a set inside Roosters territory. It's remarkable they've only got the one try. And here we go.
And pressure on the neck.
So the crusher tackle there, obviously not of great force because it won't go on report at this point. 38 metres out. Oh, they're going to have a shot here. Stephen Crichton will go for 2.
No, I think he might have said he was on report.
Yeah, he is on report now. He is on report.
They're going to keep going. Yeah, Crichton showing no ambition there to take the 2. And
so they wanted Crichton to take it, but he didn't want it.
Yeah.
Luai was certain that was going to be a shot at goal.
Down ball.
So Penrith here with Scott Sorensen. Their one try came to Crichton. Yo disallowed. Lenu up the middle. Oh, that's a shot. He played the ball, and that's a massive let-off. That's a massive let-off for the Roosters.
Spencer Leniu, I think no doubt he looked terrific in a sky blue jersey. He gets this one horribly wrong, comes off the interchange bench, and you feel the intensity of the game go up. He makes a difference when he comes onto the field, but tonight he's been a little flat-footed, maybe a little distracted by all the noise around the potential Origin debut, but hasn't been a happy start for Spencer Leniu to start this game.
So, talked about Penrith's dominance with field position. We continue to look at a scoreboard which reads it's a one-score game. Roosters will have to find a way to get to the other end and score at some point. And Penrith here, a chance to go 5 times keeping a team scoreless to half-time. When are we in? Round 15. If they keep the Roosters scoreless here, scoreless to half-time, it'll be the 5th time they've done it this year. But Nathan Brown, he certainly brought some energy.
Yeah.
And now it's Tedesco taking on Luai. And Leniu was there to bring him down. So on the last, it's Manu, still on the 5/8 roll. He's going up and under, bringing To'o forward. That's not a bad kick. Comes back and off Tupou.
Gee, I thought that was off
and we're going to get a change here. We're going to get a change. It's an offside penalty.
Mitch is actually in front when it hits a hand.
And it's no surprise there that was called against To'o.
No surprise. That's the target either. He's such a big man, Tupou.
So Roosters tap it on the 10. Just a bit of anticipation here with the crowd. There's Turpin looking left, looking right. Going to the open. Brown to Keary. Now Allen slips inside Tungle, but Sorensen there. Penrith offside. Lodge. They'll be happy to do this all day, Penrith, because they'll just back their defence.
Oh, he's lost that, Lodge.
And they wait for the opposition to make the error. And the second error for Matt Lodge.
Yeah, never brought the ball up, and that's one of the things that they've spoken that they're looking for. Trying to play the ball too quickly, didn't bring the ball up, just held it on the ground, leaning on it, and then you can see here, just watch it bobble. Yeah, just lifts up and bobbles around, and that's a huge blow for the Roosters. 5 minutes before half-time.
Geez, they're bad errors, those. The Roosters flung that one with early in their tackle count as well. Remember, the set restart had just been given. So they fluff their lines. Inside the last 5. Here's Martin. Yeah. Bounding downfield, getting through another, getting past Brown. Now on to Edwards. Oh, yes! Penrith go all the way. It's Liam Martin. It's Dylan Edwards, and they punish the Roosters.
Well, he's come here tonight and put the foot down. He was enormous for New South Wales off the bench, and tonight, well, I've got no doubt he's accelerated himself straight into that starting side for New South Wales. What a player he is, one of the elite back rowers. Was enormous for Australia in the World Cup, and just charging through the Roosters lineup, goes over the top of Tedesco, gets rid of Brown, into the backfield, sums it up beautifully. Nice pass to Edwards, who's always there. And he streaks away, but it's been the start tonight. It was Moses Leota early.
Oof.
And Liam Martin, who have led the way for Penrith and showing great acceleration.
Poor old Tedesco, who was he was turned into one of the speed bumps behind us on Driver Avenue. There's not many that are going to stop Liam Martin running at full throttle.
How good is he? Look at this for a shot too. Right there as Edwards goes over.
Oh, hang on, he's having a sneaky peek, Dylan. Yes, it does look good on the big screen at the northern end.
How good is he?
We'll be looking now too at the Fox Ultra pictures. It looks even better. Well, that's a hammer blow for the Roosters. They actually did so well to hang in this game at 4-0.
They forced the error only moments ago from Spencer Leniu. They go down the other end and get great field position for Matt Lodge to come up with an error, and then punished in the worst possible way by Liam Martin.
So Crichton with the goal, and Penrith open up a 10-0 lead. Matt Russell, down to you.
This Penrith team is just like a brilliant machine when it's working like it is tonight. Have a look at this break. Fox Ultra bringing it to you. Liam Martin. Now we'll see Penrith on the attack here. I want to talk about their defence. They've given up 20 points just once this season, and that was against the attacking might of South Sydney. Compare that to the Roosters, who've given up 20 points 9 times this season, are on track to make it 10 times if this score doubles in the second half. What a defensive difference between these two teams.
It's relentless. So back to the studio at half-time. With Vonnie running the show tonight, as always on a Saturday, got some things to talk about in the post-game show. The 2 awesome games leading up to this one.
The big talking point again is the fact that the Roosters, this side that we came in expecting to be at least in the top 4 this year.
Oh, look out. Look out. Sorensen. Edwards again. He's everywhere. This time he misfires on the pass and Manu cuts it off.
Well, Nathan Brown in trouble here.
He's way behind the play. What's happened? He's got the poke in the eye. Pauga. He's got his own issues.
Saying, Dan, that the fact that the Roosters, so many stars in this attack, it just can't gel. That they just cannot score points at the moment. It's fascinating.
Now it's a left side play to Desco. Boy, what's he done to Liam Martin? It's a personal mission to just go after Tedesco. Very good tackle there, Matt Lodge.
He's still in trouble, Nathan Brown, just coming away from the trainer.
So Manu puts it up. Again, it's Toto under pressure. Again, he comes forward. Comes away to Hutchison, and oh, what a tackle. That was tackle 1. This is a live ball. It's off Penrith, but they've saved a try. My word, they're good in defence.
Well, that's twice now. Just seeing how important Daniel Tupou is to this side. Back after missing 5 weeks out. Boy, what a tackle. Stephen Crichton down low. Genuine try saver there on Drew Hutchison. Cut him down. Fox Ultra in close again, right in the thick of the action. The Roosters on the attack.
Well, this is a big minute now. Nathan Brown inches away to the open side. Oh, a little bobble. Keary fires it. Manu to the front man, Hutchison. Now, is that off a Panther? It's gone back, but hang on, knock on.
Backwards pass off.
So they're going to need to bind this quickly, the Roosters, to stop this clock. Now they've realised they run to the centre.
The leg speed of Liam Martin and Isaiah Yeo through the middle
Got to stay in those spots.
is just allowing their defensive line to stay connected.
Look like Cogger there stuck his hand in. Pretty good result for Penrith, because all it does is slow things down for the Roosters, but they do get a scrum play here.
30 seconds. Can they hold on? Can they hold on? Keary, Tedesco planning an assault. Manu behind the scrum here.
Yeah, Manu and Tedesco both standing, not showing their hand yet. They sprint to the right. Manu. Here's Tedesco. And look at the amount of defenders there. Tedesco didn't have a chance. Couple of plays left with 20 seconds to go. Now comes out Brown. And maybe it's going to be the high ball with 1 play left here. Centre field. Slow play the ball. Penrith incentivised to slow it down. It goes through the hands. Manu! Manu for the line! Penrith save it! But Manu keeps it alive! And the Panthers are there in numbers.
Lindsay Smith this time. What a tackle from Lindsay Smith.
They are just an awesome, awesome machine. The pink wall is up tonight. And the Roosters a couple of times so close in the closing stages of this first half. It's Penrith 10, Roosters 0. A question we were asking ourselves at halftime, what to do with Sandon Smith. He played the dummy half role last week, but he is a halves player.
Yeah.
Leads the New South Wales Cup in try assists.
Yep.
Does Trent Robinson pull the trigger and move him into this contest and push Manu a little wider?
Absolutely.
So here we go. Roosters, can they claw their way back into this contest? Matt Lodge gets things going. So the Roosters yet to taste defeat at this ground this year. A very clear, crisp Saturday night in Sydney. Round 15 of the NRL. Been an extraordinary Super Saturday.
He's worked hard. He's done a great job, Jack Cogger, so far filling in the big shoes of Cleary.
Hasn't done much wrong, has he? Here's a good run from Brown.
Great carry.
And look out, Leniu wants to rip it out, but Brown knows what's coming, and that's a 20-metre run. Excellent set from the Roosters so far as boom, Lodge pushes Sorensen back, but the third error for Matt Lodge.
Spinning in the tackle and looked like he got the right arm free to offload. And just in amongst all the collision, the ball's just bobbled itself in the tackle, and he can't believe it, Lodge. Just watch here when he spins out of the tackle there of Luai. Looks to promote the ball, yeah, and then the inside assist of Kenny coming in.
You see a loose ball there?
Not really, but it just looked like the ball just changed positions.
Well, we haven't seen a challenge yet, have we, from either side? Matt Russell, down to you with what was said at halftime.
Ivan Cleary pointed out there was a lot of ball in play and thought his team handled that really well. He said no matter what the score is or becomes, don't disrespect the opponents at any stage. Trent Robinson happy with his team's effort. He thought that should continue. 2 bad lapses, he said, really cost us. We need more polish in attack. And men, who would have thought that even allowing for buys, the Roosters and the Storm would be the poorest second half team in terms of points scored this season.
They're going to have to put some points on tonight in the second half. The Roosters as Luai and pay for Sorensen.
Combination's getting better and better. Luai and Sorensen, isn't it?
Sorensen, his 14th run. And now Yo. Closing in on the 10. Last tackle called. Cogger. Now Edwards. The cutout. Crichton. The right footstep. And the flick. Martin will keep it alive. Oh, he throws a bullet there. Well taken. The Roosters get it back with Egan Butcher holding on. So that's Tupou now carrying it forward. Corey Allen in the centres. Missing from the Roosters, Radley, Swali'i, Brandon Smith, Junior Pauga. I mean, got a knock in the first half, but he seems to have recovered. As it comes down to Nathan Brown. Need to see an offload from him. Just hard running. Manu. Puts it up. Not a great deal of distance on that. And no problem for Edwards. Tries to draw in. And the pair there of Allen and Nat Butcher.
Yeah, heading towards another 200-metre game, Dylan Edwards. He came here tonight with the one-on-one battle up against the New South Wales fullback in James Tedesco. Scored a great try supporting Liam Martin in the first half, and already up to 117 metres carrying the ball tonight.
Here's Luai taking them on. Just his third run, and he almost split them. Sharp play the ball. Yo. Crowd thinking that pass out of dummy half was line ball at best. Oh, that's loose. Oh, that's offside. He can't touch that. Now he's put himself in the way there, and that had to be a penalty.
Got to get both feet behind him.
Oh, and Isaiah Yeo just limping too, so some concern here for the New South Wales number 13. Came reeling out of that last tackle. Let's keep an eye on this one. This could be a developing story too.
The centre field just moseying on back there. Oh, Crichton lifted into the ribs of Spencer Leniu. So here's Yo, maybe a stinger. There's Lodge sending it on and looking live. Manu with the cutout. Pauga well handled. Roosters here, plenty of tackles. Now inside the 20 as Lodge barrels Kenny out of the way. Comes to Keary. Oh, up in the face, Cogger of Manu. Big tackle from the Penrith number 7. Back for Tedesco. Tedesco down the middle. Yo there, still doesn't look right, Isaiah Yo, but gets back up. Now Keary. The familiar tactic, Tupou, and now To'o took a run up, jumped from the in goal.
Look, Keary in trouble too.
So Keary, you can see there, favouring an arm, it would seem, as he gets up. Oh, and you can see why he's favouring an arm.
Gee, it's been a brutal game. Some of the collisions have been outstanding.
This is a big penalty. Roosters called offside inside there, inside Penrith's 40, hence the penalty, not the set restart.
Yeah, trying to just out there, just got to check on Isaiah Yo and shoot him away. Looks to be moving a little freer, which is great news for the Panthers and for New South Wales.
Yeah, that doesn't look too concerning now, does it? It's just... he's going to keep on keeping on. So
plenty of value, Dan, I reckon, around the ruck at the moment. I'd be surprised if Cleary doesn't get Sonny Luke out there soon.
Well, we know he is sharp. Cogger distributing. Lenu, 8th run. Sorensen the most of any Penrith player with 14 runs. Cogger. Lindsay Smith, he's impressive. This player, Lindsay Smith, he's got some size about him too. Here it comes now from the dummy half to Cogger. And Cogger almost getting away, an encouraging run. Penrith try line in front of them, comes to Yo. He got close in the first half. He gets real close here and scores Penrith's 3rd try. So Penrith start in terrific fashion in this second half. And they open up a 14-0 lead.
It all started with a great run from Jack Cogger taking on the line, cut off his left foot, showed back on the inside, got in between the 2 defenders. This was it here, looks out, then just bang, just cut straight inside. Butcher, Turpin lunge, but there you see, just left on the ground. Quick play the ball, Kenny out, threatening, Lodge turning in. Angus Crichton caught a fraction wide. And the athleticism and power of Isaiah Yo close to the line, just lowers his body position. Got under Tedesco. Great awareness from Yo. Just to burrow under Tedesco and get the ball to the line this time.
There have been, as we look at Yo there, finish that off.
The home fans a little dirty. They felt that this deserved an inspection. Felt he was a little short.
Well, looked into the bunker and been confirmed. So denied once, not this time. The story of backup Penrith halves during Cleary's time. O'Sullivan, 4-0 last year when he was paired with Luai. Matt Burton, good record. Tyrone May. So they just slot one in there. Fits into the system. Tonight, Jack Cogger. And remember, he was on for a lot of last week's game as well, with not much preparation time. 16 points to 0.
Anytime you can generate momentum at the ruck, there's a chance if you've got a threatening dummy half to get out and really ask some questions of some tied middle forwards. And it was good work from Kenny, and even better work from Isaiah Yo. No doubt he got that to the line.
I can't do much about that one. I'm trying to help him by talking to him.
So James Tedesco's frustrated.
Scoreline 16-0. There's Sonny Luke there getting the hamstrings warm. He could be real dangerous out of dummy half. Such an attacking threat.
Looks like he's enjoying that massage before he gets on the field tonight. So, carrying it back.
Just leaving them in his wake.
It's a machine, this Penrith side. Look at that, just click in here. Tomorrow, just the one game, but it's a good one. Melbourne versus Cronulla. You've got Munster, you've got Hines, you've got Stars across the park. So it's a 4 p.m. kickoff. We'll be on, obviously, a bit earlier. And then it's Sunday night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hello. It's Sorensen down the middle. He doesn't know what to do. He just goes straight and hard and takes the tackle. There was no one to give it to. Tedesco with the try saver. But Penrith, they keep coming. Now it's Cogger. On it goes Martin. And 6 more tackles as Crichton goes to ground. Now it has swung back to the middle. Lindsay Smith. Spencer Leniu charging. That's the try line there. 3 tackles left. Penrith looking for their second in the first 10 minutes of this second half. Cogger happy to run it into the defence. No chance of an offload, but still 2 tackles remain. Yo. Change of direction. They love this Penrith. Luai to Smith. Out the back Edwards. This is sensational. This is just too good. Brian To'o untouched in the corner. That is sparkling attack from the Panthers. Now the lead balloons to 20.
Well, it all came on the back of Scott Sorensen, who was absolutely enormous last time these 2 sides played. And tonight it's been no different. Out on that left-hand side, just shrugs through the tackle of Joey Manu. And it was a classic tackle, textbook tackle from James Tedesco that stopped the raid. And Jerome Luai, who, again, only a month ago against the Roosters was brilliant. Tonight's been an enormous threat, changing direction and cutting hard off that left foot. And just pulled them apart out on this right-hand side. Gee, that was great skill. Great skill. There's Luai bouncing across field. Look at that. Nat Butcher just left clutching at thin air. Egan Butcher caught out. Keary caught out. Hutchinson caught out. Tupou caught out. Brian To'o over. Penrith too good. Last time these 2 sides played, it was Luai that really turned it on. When everyone was questioning his origin credentials this year, it was that night. The 48 points to 4 thumping of the Roosters, where everyone went, no, he will be the 5'8". So much was his dominance. Well, tonight he stepped it up again. And it's his partner in crime on the left-hand side who's running right, Scott Sorensen. Boy, no wonder they re-signed him.
Well, did you play with Sorensen?
Soro came to Cronulla the year that after I retired, but just an ultra-professional. Ultra-professional.
Well, he's getting better and better. He's playing the best football of his career at 30. There's the kick. 22-0. He's playing the best footy. It's no surprise he gets the long-term deal. You might sort of scoff at, hang on, a 30-year-old is being signed until 2026.
Joey Manu that he's just shrugged off.
Matty Russell, down to you.
Look at him go, Scotty Sorensen. You mentioned it, round 11. Huge numbers, including 2 tries, 2 try assists. Tonight, that breaks it up. This try, and Scotty Sorensen up near 150 run metres. Tonight, 2 tackle busts, 4 offloads. What a player he is.
Yep.
And the Roosters leaked 20 points or more for the 10th time this season. The defence just not good enough. Boys' defence is at a premium in Origin, and we are right in the middle of it. Tickets for women's game 2 and men's game 3 in Sydney. Make sure you get yours, nrl.com/tickets.
Yes, indeed. There's Leniu playing it here. And that's called back.
Yeah, a bit of luck going the way there through the hands of To'o.
They've got to be careful here, the Roosters. They've got to be really careful because Penrith look in no mood to relent.
Sonny Luke out there too now. There's Leniu coming off. Great stint from Spencer. A little bit clunky at the start, but boy, did he find his feet.
You wouldn't want to play clunky coming up with 11 runs, 106 metres. He's a terrific player. Now, look out. Luai gets to ground. Quick play the ball. Here's Taruva. It comes to the fullback. Now Tago. It's just mesmerising. The Panthers score 3 inside 13 minutes. They are running riot.
Well, one of the premiership favourites coming into the season, the Sydney Roosters, are absolutely shot here at the moment. And it was a run from Luai and the play the ball that left 3 Roosters defenders on the ground. Out of play, unable to get onside, and great work from Sorensen to get out of dummy half, pick up Taruva, and in turn pick up Isaac Tungo. Look at this. All on the ball, no hesitation, all supporting, all pushing, all full of confidence. The reigning premiers just tearing apart the Sydney Roosters with ease. 26 points to nil there.
It was 4-0 with 4 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah.
There was a bad error from the Roosters. Penrith took advantage, and they've now scored 4 tries in 17 minutes.
I've not seen a Roosters side for a long time concede a try like that. That was very easy. Confidence running really low here for the Sydney Roosters.
So Crichton, another goal from him. 28-0.
Yeah, round 11, only a month ago, Penrith beat the Roosters at the foot of the mountains, 48-4. So that's the most points Penrith have scored against the Roosters and their biggest winning margin against the Roosters. Right now with 26 minutes to play, you've got to say that both of those records, set just a month ago, are already in jeopardy again.
Well, you have to think it, Matt. You have to think it. 26 to go. Roosters slipping off tackles now. And there's a big smile on Nathan Cleary at the back. You know, they've got a better record with Nathan out of the team. There's, what do they call it? There's lies, damn lies, and statistics. But they're going to be 13 from 16 without Nathan Cleary in the last year or 2 years or so.
I call it the Cleary contradiction.
As Penrith continue just to march it up.
You know a side's full of confidence when all the players on the bench are just standing there almost looking up at the coach's box saying, please coach, can I go back on? He's been prowling the sidelines, Salmon, so too Fisher Harris. They can't get enough of the action at the moment, these Panthers players. The Roosters just holding on here.
So 2 tackles left here is Lindsay Smith, and yet again Penrith easily get it beyond halfway. Sonny Luke is distributing away. Luai. Oh, he's put some on this. Pounder under it, and the relentless chasing, the relentless commitment continues. Look where the Roosters are starting, and Corey Allen's got nowhere to go. Seems Penrith take these matchups quite personally. They just don't want to win. They want to humble the Roosters. Egan Butcher gets to the 30.
Sandon Smith out there now for the Sydney Roosters. It's like Joey Manu's gone back to right centre.
Fury bumping away and threatening. Then the flick away now to Parga. No one impeded there. And you know the Roosters are going to have a better sense of adventure.
Oh, no.
But a knock on. His pants are down. He's lost the ball. His head's down. And they don't get that last shot.
You got to love Luke Keary, don't you? Look at this on the Fox Ultra. Beautiful, great fend there on Jerome Luai. And he's trying hard to ignite his side when they've got the footy, Keary. He's such a competitor. And Junior Pauga with his tweeds halfway down his legs. He's come up with the play the ball error, and they hurt. They sting.
Need a bit of Beethoven's third with those Fox Ultra pictures. Bring some culture into this.
Hold on.
A strong run there.
Hutchison.
Crichton. A violent run. Oh, and now, speaking of violence, that's a strong shot from Collins. And for his second stint. Luai.
Oh, gee, that was close. Lindsay Collins going in towards the legs of Sorensen. That was lucky.
Now comes to Yo. Distributed away by Cogger. Corey Allen there off. With that change, Sandon Smith into the game. Yo, almost and beyond the 20. Terrific run. 2 of them on him. Last tackle coming. Luke Cogger Trying to isolate, looks like Manu. Tungo bats it back. Sorensen away. Taruva needs to get rid of it. Can't. Well done, Junior Pauga.
Yeah, really important stop there from Pauga. Came up with the play the ball error earlier in that set for the Roosters when they had the footy. And Taruva, hard to stop that close to the line with the footwork, the Fijian. He did well, Pauga.
Together and square.
10-0 at half-time. All Penrith since Tupanua. Now Tedesco on for Kiri. This is encouraging. Tupou getting going, wrapped up. Swung back towards the middle. Aware Hargreaves straight into little Sonny Luke. Only gets some help from Kenny and Yo. Better set from the Roosters. Need to finish it though. Tedesco wanted to come through. He tripped on Mitch Kenny. So that run ended rather quickly as it comes away to Taruva. Boy, he's been good, Sania Taruva.
Yeah, Sorensen and Lindsay Smith getting a well-earned break for the first time tonight, particularly Sorensen. Smith came off the bench, but it's been terrific. There's Victor Radley. Boy, wouldn't they like him tonight. And for the Panthers, Moses Leota, who was brutal. It's the only way you can put it to start the game. Here he is now. He's back onto the field for Penrith. How good was he start there?
Well, he and Fisher Harris, it's just a platform. It's so good as now Salmon in the game, by the way. He's in the 17 jersey. Didn't play last week, Salmon. First game wasn't a part of in 2023. 45 metres from the line. Luai, not the best pass he received, still gets the kick away. And Pauga stands up to it. He's a tough one, this man, Junior Pauga. 27 years of age. He's been hampered by that arm injury for a while now. Had a little taste of first grade with the Wests Tigers. And he spent years as a New South Wales Queensland Cup player. He's waited for his chance and he's not going to let a little injury get in his way. Here's a good penalty for the Roosters. A good penalty to get them in some attacking field position. 20 minutes to go.
Noticing Kiri and Tedesco just trying to get them going here. They've had no opportunities down in Penrith's half in this second half, really.
Now it's Kiri onto Tupanua. So steady start to this. Roosters just trying to get the points on the board. Collins, Kiri on the run. Boy, he doesn't stop trying. Now Tedesco with a chance. Gets past Stephen Crichton. Takes Cogger along and gets over. Finally, the Roosters are on the board, and it's James Tedesco. He was not going to be stopped. And the Roosters finally have something to get just a little excited about.
Yeah, such a great player to out on this left-hand side, and it's Kiri sweeping out the back, combining with Tedesco. And you can see there, just Stephen Crichton caught hedging his bets on the lead runner and trying to manage Tedesco out the back, but Tedesco just far too strong. Got rid of Edwards, got through the grip there of Leota, who was holding on by the shorts. And you just had the feeling that it was going to be either Kiri or Tedesco. Both of them just been trying their backsides off, trying to ignite this Roosters side that's so low on confidence. And it's their skipper that gets their first four-pointer of the night.
So Tedesco there. Still 18 minutes to go here. And he's the man that scores. Been a big couple of weeks for him, hasn't it, James Tedesco? Luke Keary now. First time kicking in the NRL. And where's he been? He's nailed that. So 28 points to 6 with 18 minutes to play. As we watch the two attacking weapons, Kiri and Tedesco combined.
Yeah, he's so much more effective, Teddy, in this sort of field position when he can get himself out on the fringes, out on the edges and attack, particularly sliding defenders. And with Origin selection only a couple of sleeps away, and on the back of a great performance on the Central Coast last week, he is really trying to elevate his form for Game 2. You know how much it means to the New South Wales captain.
Oh! Taken by Manu. Don't forget tomorrow, only the one game, but a good one, Melbourne Cronulla, on air from around 3 o'clock. Monday, Bulldogs Eels. That's King's birthday, which funnily enough is the same day as what the Queen's birthday holiday used to be. Comes here to Tupanua. On to Egan Butcher. Tupanua.
You notice his leg speed and power since he's come back onto the field.
You like him in the middle? Get to that in a moment. Here's the high one from Keary. And Dylan Edwards catches it and brings it back.
Yeah, I mean, Satili Tupanua is showing us versatility and showing us a skill set that we haven't seen at this level before. I mean, Victor Radley, you just know how much they are missing that player, that link player, that service player through the middle, and his aggression.
Oh.
But Tupanua doing a great job. Cogger picking up some scraps.
Oh, Salmon there, straight to the shoulder of Turpin. 9 Panthers, by the way, have already cracked 100 metres. Liotta's not one of them, and you'd fancy he'll get there before the night's done. I'm neither here nor there, but it's got distance. Tupou back.
He has tried to hurt every Rooster, Liam Martin, tonight, whenever he's had a chance.
He doesn't like them, Michael. He doesn't like them. He doesn't like anyone that's not a Panther. Now it's Parker again. Plenty to come up in the post-game show with Mal and Cooper there with Vonnie. Quick ball movement. That's probably a forward pass, and that's the way it's been seen. So Penrith now get this 40 out. Sure, Mal and Cooper taking notes, Mick, of you trying to get Lindsay Collins suspended earlier, and you evil New South Wales media, and there's a forward pass.
Yeah, you can see there just the most important thing on an edge is when you're connected, and you can see when Crichton decided to jam, he might have been fractionally behind To'o in terms of his reaction, but boy was he coming hard, and together they solved the problem. Cogger was covering in behind, and there was a rush pass from Drew Hutchison.
So Penrith here with 15 to go. Look like they're in no mood to stop. Sonny Luke sideways run. And now Yo straightening. Edwards calling for it on the right, but it comes the other way as Luke linking up with Cogger. Salmon nice and fresh. Well handled. Tupanua gets off eventually. Cogger. Yo, Keary up quickly. That's excellent defence. And that gets them to tackle 4. Comes back here for Cogger. Just distributes to Kenny, now in the back row position with 1 tackle left. They've handled this well, the Tricolours, but they slowed. Oh, there's a shot. And Jamin Salmon. Well, Salmon thrown back in the ocean there. And now Luai and Maria Hargreaves eyeball each other.
Yeah, Hargreaves just getting a little hot under the collar, and it was an awfully hard pass from Sonny Luke for Salmon close to the line, and ooh, Adam G didn't like that either. Just getting hold of, well, Hargreaves getting hold of Luai. He's seeing the funny side to it. He just loves stirring the big boys up.
Oh, now they're flying off the line here. Waria Hargreaves monstered Lindsay Collins, by the way, 4 runs, 29 metres.
Oh, hold on, Liam Martin's knocked out. This is big news.
So, hang on, Maria Hargreaves is up there.
Blood pouring from the head of Liam Martin.
Listen, there's nothing nice about it, so just get back in.
I'm not sure there was much sympathy being shown, but Liam Martin here.
Well, he flew out of the line. He took it personal that Hargreaves got hold of his little halves partner.
So shades of, in a minor way. Oof. Carroll and Harrigan there with Maria Hargreaves coming back with a big smile on his face after all of this.
And it's smack on 11 days until State of Origin.
So it looks like elbow there has connected. Now, if it is a grade 1 concussion...
Just wait.
He might have got the hip. I might think he might have slipped under the elbow and just collected the hip of Hargreaves. And
now, we better make this clear, Mick, as has been proven the last couple of weeks. Grade 1 concussion, the 11-day stand-down period is not ironclad. As Andrew Abdo, the NRL chief executive, has said, that was all about ensuring the player doesn't play the following weekend. But there are provisions. But we're getting ahead of ourselves there if it is a grade 1 concussion. But nasty cut there as well. So temperature's just fraying a little here at the football stadium. Allianz Stadium is now Collins with his 5th run of the night. Tedesco straight into Liotta and bouncing off him. Plenty of helpers there for Liotta. Keary now. Here's Smith. Matt Butcher did well to hold on to that. Crafty little kick. Oh, Pauga! Can't quite hold on to it. And now Penrith looking to turn defence into attack quickly. Don't go away here. Things are just bubbling. Things are just bubbling. There's Salmon. Just carts it up here. You've got Maria Hargreaves in a mood. Fisher Harris is back out there. So Matt Russell will bring us the latest there on Liam Martin as soon as we get confirmation. It's Fisher Harris.
Yeah, well, big news, isn't it? I mean, so important for New South Wales, Martin. And if you've just joined us, he's left the field with concussion, so a big developing story with Liam Martin.
And if you've just joined us, he's been awesome tonight. Salmon. Tackle 3. There it comes now, Liotta. Gets rid of it. Collins following through. Good work.
And this story takes a big twist. It has been categorised as Category 1. So Liam Martin is out of the game and at this stage faces an 11-day stand down.
Okay, so it seems we can't get through a single game this weekend without some sort of origin ramification attached. And we've got one here. So Liam Martin, an outstanding night, but it comes to an end in an abrupt way. Keary hasn't stopped trying. Neither has Tedesco.
They've just got a little bit sloppy, Penrith, haven't they, since they got out to that 28-point nil lead.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's Aurea Hargreaves. He's taking bodies with him. And now, hang on, we've got a problem. Liotta was put on his backside. Now he's got blood coming out.
Mate, have a go at him.
So Adam G was... Oh, now that is definite elbow contact. And the Panthers have just seen this on the big screen. Any drama there?
We've got plenty of blood too here,
I don't think so.
No, that angle doesn't look too bad, does it?
No.
He's...
I mean, like...
You know a cocked elbow when you see one.
It's
that one
incredible, isn't it? Like, Jared just continues to be the spearhead of this Roosters forward pack. Whenever challenged.
Isaiah, get them apart, talk to you.
Oh, Fisher Harris here. This is bubbling. Here we go.
There's scores to settle here. It's almost as if the result's done, so now it becomes personal, these last 10.5 minutes.
Fifth and last play the ball.
It will draw an instant comparison, won't it, to Tino Fa'asua-Malaawi on RP Coruscant. Now remember that Tino was not charged after that contact that broke the jaw of RP Coruscant.
Yeah. So incidental contact, that has been deemed, and play will continue. Announced crowd, by the way, 23,000. So it's a great crowd at Cogra. And for a Saturday night in the middle of winter, a pretty good crowd here at the football stadium. Sandon Smith on the last tackle. He kicked, but Edwards was there as he always is.
Positionally tonight, Dylan Edwards has been impeccable. He has been everywhere. Anytime the Roosters have come up with some sort of kicking raid, he has been there and answered every question. How reliable is Dylan Edwards for this side?
He's sadly probably going to have to bide his time with Tedesco in terms of rep honours, but boy, oh boy, does he ever have a bad game? He dropped 3 bombs about 4 years ago in Bathurst. That's probably the last time he had a bad one. Now it's Crichton.
Oh yeah, I can't remember the bad game he had. So just shrugging off defenders again. That time it was Butcher and Hutchison.
Cogger hasn't done a thing wrong really tonight. Brings Pauga forward. Contorts his body well, ensures it goes backwards, and he cleans it up as well. Here's Waria Hargreaves. This is Tupou.
Yeah, keep an eye on Fisher, Harris and Hargreaves. I'm not sure the scores are settled just yet.
No. Manu. Waria Hargreaves is getting himself in position here. Here he comes. Into Lenu. Salmon there as well. And dramas that time. Tedesco tries some subtlety, but well read that. Oh, a little bit of trickery there out of desperation, and at least they hang on to it, but only one play left. Oof. Good take, Keary. Now, Manu. Even when he's out of position, he's in position in about 2 strides, Edwards. And draws in 2 defenders.
Nice. Very nice.
And really, that's a 20-metre gain when he had to retreat quickly just to haul that ball in. Too clever. 28-6, Penrith. They don't have a bye for a little while. They had one the weekend before the first Origin. They'll get one the weekend before the third Origin, but they've got the Cowboys next week in Townsville. Both sides will be affected there. There you go. There's their run. And then Newcastle at home. So the next home game is Saturday 5:30 game. But they're going to go to 9-4. This will be 5 wins in a row. And Cogger putting up a bomb here. Pauga comes forward. Another tick in the column of Junior Pauga. And again, Penrith just pin their opposition inside, deep inside their 20 at the start of the set.
My gosh, he's worked hard. Here we see an error.
Coming into 2.
Just saying that Isaiah Yeo again tonight, 14 carries, 125 metres, 31 tackles, no misses as the Roosters and Joey Manu want to challenge this.
Spencer, it's your ball.
No, there's no real enemy there, is there? Well, hello. Flying water bottle from Waria Hargreaves.
Here we go.
Hello, Tupanua jams in there. Waria Hargreaves not far away. Collins now barking. Lenu, look at the eyes on Lenu.
They'll be teammates soon, these two as well. Lenu coming across to the Chooks next summer.
Jared's going to the bin and Spencer.
They're both going to the bin.
Let it go.
Well,
that's the call from Adam G. What's happened here, Dan? All I saw was water sprayed over the top.
Jared.
Michael, you've got some alpha males clashing heavily.
Go.
Maria Hargreaves, he might have a big smile on his face.
Let's go. Oh, Teddy, can you take him back? Please take him back. Yeah, in a sec, mate. Take him back, please.
His night's about to end.
Get him back. Isaiah! Please, get him. Spencer! Go!
This is Spencer. Spencer, he's not done.
Behind the line.
Now the referee's going to have to, sadly, send them off.
We might have it at a Blair.
We want them to be sent together. That would be beautiful, Nick. That would be beautiful. If he's got a sense of theatre.
It's still going. Look at this.
Yeah, I'm right.
Well,
He throws the water bottle.
can't be the water bottle that's got Spencer this fired up.
Yeah, Hargreaves and him were in a verbal. He's telling him to shut up, and Spencer's still going here.
Yep, I've got Spencer as well.
Something has really got him fired up. I think this was before the water bottle. That just poured fuel on the fire.
Spencer! 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 Get off! Get off! Get off!
These are extraordinary scenes. These are extraordinary scenes. And now he's composed himself just a little.
Well, I'm not sure he has.
He's turned and gone the right way. I'm not sure he didn't say Jared car park after the game. So Spencer Leniu, the fuse went off there. It was well and truly lit. Well, that's uncalled for. And now Jared is going to go with a big smile on his face. And Spencer, well, they're going to love you next year, Spencer. They're going to love you next year. And Jared can get a nice early shower.
And the home fans love him. Look at them on their feet here. They love the big fella.
They've been beaten up tonight, and he gets a standing O.
Spencer Leniu just walked straight past me as the crowd was yelling at him, and he invited anyone who wanted to come out the back to the car park, Nick.
I was joking when I said the car park. Matty Russell there right on top of it.
Oh, yeah, good. Saturday nights just come alive.
What did we have a couple of years ago? The Tigers doco. There was a Dolphins one last year. We need a Roosters one next year just to get the first meeting of Leniu and Maria Hargreaves. Oof.
Don't you love how Jared just stands at the front of the pack and says, fellas, I got this. Let's go, young fella. It's so good.
The crowd is
so good.
It's vibrant now, the crowd. It's been a dirty night for the Roosters, but they're as bubbly as they have been all evening. Geez, you would have been in there back in your day.
No.
Just jabbing away, Mick. Just jabbing away. Just, you would have been Bundini Brown to the left ear of Jarrett. Just, even Spencer. There's the kick. 30-6. So let's take all this in, this incident between Maria Hargreaves and Leniu.
Are you serious? Oh, you're kidding.
Oh, hang on. Someone else has got that in the head.
Oh, look at that big fist
copped.
Ready to go. Oh, a decade ago, it would have been on for young and old.
It would have been thrown. Thank you, Gal. Now, oof.
Look at the eyes of Leniu. He's fired up.
Looks like a cartoon with his eyes bulging like that.
Yeah, good to have Fox Ultra here tonight, right in the thick of things. You can see the steam coming out of their ears.
What did I say? Beethoven's third. That needs a bit of rap or something of that ilk. Down to you, Matt Russell.
Yeah, Moses Leota off with a Category 2 HIA assessment, so he is still a chance to be available for North Queensland Panthers next game. Just updating that Liam Martin was Category 1, which invokes that 11-day stand down, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he is concussed. He'll be assessed long-term. The club has said he doesn't have a history of concussion problems. He's already emerged, shaken hands with his teammate and said, I'm okay. So while that 11-day stand down applies now, it doesn't mean it will keep him out of Origin automatically.
No, if there was no club, if there was no Origin, he'd be out of club football next week. Tupanua now down the middle. But this is the grey area, so there'll be tests to pass and protocol to go through, but no guarantee, but he's certainly not done yet either. Roosters looking for their second try. Tackle. Almost on suspicion. Cogger, he's timed it perfectly to jolt that ball free from Egan Butcher.
He's been impressive, hasn't he, Jack Cogger? Look at this, you're right, timed it perfectly. Just trying to get on the outside shoulder, Egan Butcher of Cogger. Always difficult, those tackles. And
I'll tell you what, if you're a Penrith fan, you couldn't be happier with Jack Cogger's performance.
Yeah, he's been tremendous.
It hasn't been individual brilliance, and it hasn't had to be. He's just done everything he's needed to. And now he's Salmon. Good defence there, Liam Martin. I tell you what, weren't we, Rob? Wouldn't you have loved to have had him on the field while Lenu and Aurea Hargreaves are going at it? He would have dragged someone else into the fray, one of the Roosters.
Probably a good thing. With Origin around the corner, it's probably a good thing.
Don't worry about Origin. Can't say it hasn't been entertaining this second half, even though the result hasn't been in doubt for a little while. So you got Mal, you got Cooper, you got Vonnie back at the Clive Churchill studio to take you through the aftermath of this. We'll hear the coaches.
Maybe they should try and get Spencer Leniu and Jared to do a cross back to the studio together.
Exactly. Well, you fool them a bit. You just say it's a one-on-one, and then all of a sudden they're next to each other. They wouldn't do that here, though. Not at Fox League. So, the Roosters now. I mean, once all this settles down, this is a good run from Tupanua. Roosters are going to be 6-7. Now, it's only one win less than this same time last year, but they've got some issues. Here's Tedesco on to Manu out in his familiar centre position. Keeps it alive. Tedesco. Now Collins bounding, holding it like a tennis ball. 20 metres out, last tackle. Keary waiting. Now he's got it, Keary. Out it goes Tedesco. Hutchison waiting. Tedesco stops. And it's a knock on.
He had possession, knocked down by Panthers.
So that's the end of that. So minute 40 to go.
Okay, Jerry. It was tackle 6, got a challenge by Panthers. I believe Satili had possession, was knocked out by Sonny for a knock-on.
Well, no matter what here, the Roosters are going to continue to be the 17th ranked attacking team in the premiership. It's a real concern. They've got Newcastle next week, Saturday 3 p.m. And it was originally ruled a Tupanua knock-on.
Just looking to see whether Satili Tupanua has possession and the ball is knocked out by Sonny Luke. Sonny Luke dispossesses Satili Tupanua of the ball. The challenge is unsuccessful.
No, so that is, yes, that's gone.
There's been almost 500 metres difference running between the two sides tonight. 8 line breaks from Penrith. I mean, the attacking woes absolutely is a huge concern for the Roosters. And you're right, 17th, like the last in the competition. But they've conceded 30 points again, Dan.
Apologies, that wasn't Tupanua originally judged to have knocked it on, and confirmed there. So Sandon Smith brought on in the second half. Too little too late though once he came in. Keary's kick. Edwards. Oh, that's just another example of his class. But hang on, penalty. penalty offside.
Steve.
So that excellent work from Edwards to shadow that ball over, all for nothing.
Leave it. Time off. What do you want to do?
Well, they want to hold on here. You just know how much Penrith respect their try line. They want to keep out the Roosters.
They've kept their opponents to single digits 3 times in the last 4 contests the Panthers have played in. Keary. Who to Tedesco. Out to Manu. Oh, 4 of them there. Yeah, 1 try came to Tedesco, and it was in the second half. There is the Roosters number 1. Tupanua to Smith. Crichton's rushed up there. He might have made an error, but now they all set sail for Hutchison. Back to Smith. Keeps it alive. Collins and Keary driven backwards. 6 more, but that's irrelevant with only 11 seconds left. The best defence has done it again. They average less than 12 a game conceding, the Panthers. They've kept the Roosters to 6. James Fisher-Harris is ecstatic. He's going to let them know about it. Well, a night of high drama, really. High emotion. And maybe some origin ramifications with Liam Martin injured. It got fiery at the end, but it was always going to be the Panthers. They win 5 in a row. And another win against the Roosters, and again it's comprehensive. Full time at Allianz. It's Penrith 30, Sydney Roosters 6.